Hello everyone, today is Monday the 21st of October and it's the evening time and we are sitting at Baba Ghai trying to relax and have a quiet evening, and we started inevitably talking about this upcoming trip to India that Baba Ghai, myself and a couple of other people are going. And we're just going to talk about this trip that's coming up. Those who've known Baba Ghai for a few years, they know that Baba Ghai goes to India quite regularly, twice a year, to visit the holy places, do his meditation and the stuff he's interested doing in India, as well as the important task of bringing the holy water from India to England for his temple and other temples that Baba Ghai donates the water to. And the places Baba Ghai normally goes to is probably known to most of you. He goes to Haridwar for a holy dip, to Punjab to visit his guru's place, and some other, to Ujjain for example, yeah. To some temples where he offers whiskey that nobody else can offer, the usual places. But what is different about this year's trip to India is the fact that Baba Ghai is invited to the Golden Temple to take part in an international interfaith conference in Golden Temple. Again, most of you know what Golden Temple is and where it is and what importance it has. But for those of you who don't, Golden Temple is basically like Vatican to Christians. It's the holiest place for Sikhs in the world. And they don't hold just every other conference in Golden Temple. If they hold an event, that event has a global importance to them. And it's the temple of Sikhs across the world. So what the reason I say all of this is because Baba Ghai is invited, one of the few people in the world who were invited to take part in this conference. And when you think about it, Baba Ghai is not a Sikh. Baba Ghai is a Hindu, and the people who go to international conferences are handpicked from across the world. And it's really important to know why, out of all these people who have done stuff in their time in the world, Baba Ghai has been picked, and why Golden Temple decided one of the invitees must be Baba Ghai. So I don't know much about the details in Sikh faith and how they go through these selections and everything, but we have Gug here, right, who's actually Sikh, and I'm sure and I hope he knows more about Golden Temple and the way they conduct the conferences, and they pick their invitees and give us some insight as to why Baba Ghai is invited to that event. Go on.
Well, first of all, I'll show you the invitation.
Yeah.
What we'll do is we'll send you a good snapshot so you can read it properly at a later stage. So with it being I'm sure it's the 550th anniversary of Guru Nanak, and they've invited Baba Ghai to this event. And I think the reason that they've invited Baba Ghai is because, they've supported him over the years. I've got letters going back here to 2008 when Baba Ghai was doing his funeral pyre.
Dated 2008.
Yeah, dated 2008.
At the heart of the battle for funeral pyre campaign.
Yeah.
When it was going on. And when Baba Ghai was faced with opposition from the Sikh community in the United Kingdom.
Some of the fanatics.
For some of the fanatics.
Yeah.
Out of the blue, the Golden Temple, the Vatican, started to rigorously support Baba Ghai by sending this letter. Well, we send you this letter as well so you can read it for yourself. But the essence of this letter is a strong support of the Golden Temple. And this letter is basically sent to the Prime Minister at the time of India and asking them to influence the United Kingdom's government to allow this to happen. So as a result of this support and the eventual victory of Baba Ghai in the High Court and winning the case, Baba Ghai was actually honoured in the Golden Temple itself and also in the Gurdwara in India. These are the pictures which were taken at the time,
Was in the-
shortly after the campaign was over, honouring Babaji in the Golden Temple in Amritsar. As you can see on the top, the title tells you where these pictures are.
He was also honoured by other temples in India as well.
Yes,
Shall I
go
show you
ahead.
those?
Yeah,
You see
just
them?
show them because
Well,
it's
we've got-
important for people
It's
to
important
know.
for people to know. Yeah.
Of course, yes.
There's a lot of
Yeah,
rewards in here.
that's a letter saying that everyone,
Yeah.
this SSCB, that means Golden Temple
Golden-
Sports. This is an Indian paper
In
newspaper.
the newspaper.
See? Okay.
And that was in March 2008.
That's right.
And then we've got
This is a Delhi Gurdwara, Shishganj, and in the Connaught place. What is it?
there's Bangla Sahib. Bangla
Yeah,
Sahib.
yeah. Sahib. That is Sarna. After winning that case, they all honored me.
That's right.
See? And I think that could be one reason.
So they've invited you
Yes.
there.
Because it's only you, me, Kiran Bali, Kala Kusum, Jasa. We were just 6 or 7 who won the case.
It was like fighting the world
Yes.
at the time.
And at that time, we had a lot of opposition
We did.
from the Sikh fanatics.
Correct?
You know, no, we don't want it. But when I showed them the letter, they were going to take the possession out. You know?
You came on
And
board.
yes, when I showed them the letter, I said, look, this is a letter. What credibility would you have? And they backed out. See? And when we went back to winning the case, I was invited back there. I was invited by the chief minister of India. Yes, Sheila Dixit. If they go on my website, Anglo-Asian Friendship Society, they will know. Yes. Because that not only affected me at that time, when I was finding, had a heart attack. That's right, yeah. See? Health-wise, wasn't good. See? And look, all those, you will see the letters.
I'll show you these here.
Yeah.
Delhi Sikh Gurdwara Management Committee.
Yeah, see? And not only the Gurdwaras from there, the Gurdwaras from
I'll flick
England
through
also.
slowly.
See, look at that. See?
That's right. That's
Even the Pakistan Gurdwara.
Pakistan
You know,
Gurdwara.
the sixth day, because the first funeral pyre we had the permission was in Pakistan in 2006.
Right.
We had got the human rights and
Okay.
Amnesty International Award.
Okay. That's
Look, see, this is
Gurdwara Middlesex.
Gurdwara. That's what I'm saying. It's all Gurdwaras here. The Gurdwaras were in my favor
Another
because
Gurdwara.
they wanted it.
That's right.
These people are so stupid. Now we don't go and get married in the chapel. Why should we go and have that? And I told them that what we can do is give the person a choice.
That's right.
We'll have the machine also. If
Absolutely.
everybody wants to put a
Yes.
machine, at least we can say it's our place.
Absolutely.
See,
Absolutely.
like Muslims have got a there,
Barrier.
the Jews have got there.
The barrier.
Now the city council knew that because our people, they are just what lickers.
Yes.
See, I don't want to say it is, in case Facebook gets a bit upset.
Yes.
See, they are because they just think of themselves.
I can keep going.
And to be honest, even one of my sons said, Daddy, do you think it's worth? I said, why? Because you have to collect the ashes on the same day and you have to wait there and this. I said, son, look, if I don't do that, they started burning the 3 bodies at a time.
At the time. That's
And Jet Straw was dead against us.
What did he say? Was it?
Yeah.
He used the fancy word, abhorrence.
Yes, yeah, he said it would be
Practice.
aberrant. And you know what? When I told that, the judge said, why you are so keen about that? I said, look, this is, a man should live and die according to his own fate.
That's right.
And it's a way where the Hindus, when these places were allotted to the Jews and the Muslims, I said Hindu are very peace-loving people. They are busy making money.
Busy making
Very peaceful. Yeah.
I think that honesty influenced them really.
Yes.
They were honest about it. You didn't lie to them.
No.
Yeah.
See?
They like that.
And now, secondly, Hindus were against me. Once they knew that my guru was a Muslim,
Yes.
they weren't very happy with it.
Okay.
See?
Yeah.
But they should appreciate it. The Guru Nanak, see, he had two children, Bala and Mardana.
Yes, that's
See?
right. Yeah.
Yes, see, I also got Bala and Mardana.
Yes.
See?
And you've always said, Babaji, when it comes to fakirs and people of
Yeah,
there is
fakirs,
no
no
there is no
religion.
religion.
That is my logo.
That's
Love
right.
is God,
That's it.
work is worship,
Yes. You always,
humanity is best religion.
you always say that. So
And you will see all those gurdwaras here back me.
they've all acknowledged.
And now I think you got the
Yeah.
answer that why
Well,
they invited
yes.
me.
Let me just say that yes, I asked the question first, and after all this, I hope you,
Got all
like
your
myself,
answers, yeah.
got the answer. So Babaji is invited because of his effort, which cost him in his entire livelihood, entire savings, and his health. Basically, he suffered quite a lot
And years and
during
years
the
of hard
campaign.
work. Yeah.
Years of hard work, battling people who are supposed to be friends, but they turn out to be foes, and reaching out to Golden Temple for the support. But of course, he was acknowledged by all the Gurdwaras under the sun, and that's why he's invited. Why shouldn't he be invited? When they were behind him in the campaign, of course they keep him on board afterwards. Go ahead, Babaji.
Yeah, I told them that it would be 4 of us coming. Jaswant Singh Dariwal,
That's right.
Gok,
That's right.
you,
Yeah.
and me.
That's right.
And they said, you're most welcome. And I said, well, see, health was a problem. They said, don't worry, we'll make the arrangement for you. See, so
Really?
that means I don't know, God knows, because I thought it would be 100,000 people there. But somebody told me yesterday it would be more than 500,000 people there.
Oh dear.
Yeah, they're saying half
Oh,
a million.
God.
plus.
Yeah, half people there.
That's a
Because
big
all
place.
those people know.
Mm.
Because it's a very big do.
Absolutely.
Mm.
Absolutely. I mean, the conference itself and the birth of Guru Nanak,
Yes.
550th or
Yes,
550th of Guru Nanak's
anniversary,
birthday.
yeah.
So
And,
it's a very important event that we're going to, and I'm glad they did the invitation because as a result of that, I get to go there as well. So it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and we're going to take it.
And secondly, you know, when I was on the life support machine, they were about to switch the machine off.
That's right.
My guru came and told me,
Yeah.
go back. He says, I will tell you the exact words.
Yes.
मैं क्यों ऐसे ही करता? I won't translate in English, otherwise Facebook will get upset.
Okay.
Yeah, because he used to swear a lot. I swear,
Yes.
but I don't beat anybody, do I?
You don't want
And he used to beat the person up. Anybody in England would know the Kutawale Babaji what he was like.
Yes.
And it was his blessing because I lost the case twice. And in the end, they said no, it was time bar. Remember?
Mm.
But Sir Colin Justice, he was a good man. He says, well, see, the Hindu should have the same rights like Jews and Muslims.
That's right.
And I think he should be given proper hearings.
That's right.
We lost the case at High Court.
Yes.
And that judge said, oh, the same thing. What Jack Straw said, it's abhorrent, it's smelly. Now look, all the prime ministers, when they die, they have open funeral pyre.
That's right.
All the Bollywood celebrities, they have open funeral pyre.
That's right.
And I told the judge also, I said, well, Queen is absented there. All those people go and sit there. If it was abhorrent or smelly,
Why would they?
why
go?
would?
That's
Why?
right.
And the funny thing is, the things we put in there are of good smell.
Absolutely.
You won't send somebody away with a bad smell.
Oh, you put herbs and
Herbs
nice
and all
smelling
that.
things. That's right. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay, now that was that. Now what else was I going? Let me have another sip, and I will see if my brain works.
Okay.
I put all my savings on this case.
Yes.
I had a heart attack.
Stroke.
Eh?
Stroke.
And Third, my guru said, go and finish the job, I will come and collect you.
Yes.
See? And that was the job which he studied. And you know, when I lost the High Court, Balkishan would say, he said he should appeal and he should go to the higher court.
Balkishan.
Yes.
Which you did.
Yeah, which
Which
I
you
did.
And you won it on appeal.
That's
Yes.
right. One of the
And
figures.
see, now taking the city council and the British government to the court and winning the case, I think it was 48 hours or 72 hours, we were on all the channels
All the
all
channels
over
in-
the worldwide.
All over the world. Yeah.
All over the world, yes.
Me and Goga, I think it's the fourth day when we were going to India, we dropped at Dubai,
Yeah.
and there was, what was that paper? Khalil Times.
Khalifa Times, Khalil Times, something
Yes.
like that. Yeah.
And you know, my photo was there,
Yeah,
and it was there, that is
Wow.
what I came.
That's right. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Kenya, you know who were allowed this. I had so many
That's right.
calls from there
That's right.
thanking me because they said if I would have lost the case, they would have banned the open purified there.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
With that, America, many cities in America were allowed for open purified.
Absolutely. This is a basis for others to do the same in their own country.
You know, another thing I want to tell the people which they don't know. Why are you so keen about this? I said, now see, if it's the ashes, right? If it's my daughter's ashes, see, and I'm taking it down there, and ashes get mixed with Mr. John or Aslam, and you think my daughter would be happy? And I said, what will she do? She will get me. And she can turn into the ghost to get me. Because,
You
yes,
haven't carried a ritual
eh?
out. You haven't done it properly.
Yes, you haven't done
right.
it properly.
Yeah.
And then 3 of them, and at that time, remember my lawyer said, Baba, you have won the case.
That's right. That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And all those, when we came out, we were like celebrating.
We were. Yeah. We were. We were.
That's
Definitely.
And Anav Gaurav, I think he's doing on Republic television. He interviewed me from India, text here. I was at the BBC studios. See, but due to the bad health, I couldn't carry it. But now I will finish it up.
Your health's better.
Had better.
Better.
Crack
You
on
can
with
get
it.
Now
on with it.
see, my book is coming out, which is in Hindi. It will be all over India.
Yes.
And after Golden Temple, I will seek the blessing of the gurus and my people, people there. And let's see how it goes.
It goes. Brilliant.
That's very good.
That's great, Babaji.
So does that make sense?
It answered my question well, definitely. Yeah, it was quite educational. And I'm sure people who don't know and are not familiar, especially new people who started coming here, and they'll be fascinated by the story. And
See,
they'll be going and watching.
Yes. See, if you will see that it was issued on 27th of August,
August this year.
2019. And I
That's right.
think we would be the very first ones
First
to
one,
be
that's right.
invited.
Yeah.
See?
It's been sent
yes.
well in advance.
See?
Well in advance. That's
Uh,
right.
Because I believe in one thing. You look after others, God will look after you.
That's true.
And they should go on my website, Anglo-Asian Friendship Society, or Baba Ghai. Just go by Baba Ghai and they will see. See? Or the other thing is, they should come here on Sunday and see what's happening, what's not.
Exactly. Can I just add that there's a YouTube channel as well, which is called The Garten Wale Baba and Baba Ghai.
Dogutawale Baba.
Dogutawale Baba.
Yeah.
Which is on YouTube, and there are lots and lots of videos related to this open air funeral pyre campaign. You'll find lots of materials about the campaign on that YouTube channel as well, including the media coverage both in the UK and abroad, like India and Canada and all over the place. You'll find lots and lots of details about that. on that YouTube channel.
See, my guru had more than 500,000 followers all over the world. Now you have seen, we put the video on the YouTube, 100,000,
130,000.
150,000.
That's right.
See,
They're watching it.
people like it.
Of course they do. Yeah,
He was a very, very powerful and famous man.
that's right.
If see the powers he had, if I tell you, nobody will believe it. If he could have blown on the water, he could set the water alight.
Bloody hell.
And what he gave me, I'm his only disciple. What I'm doing is with his blessing.
That's right.
Some people get jealous because he was called Dokuta Wale Babaji, Vadecho Wale Babaji, right? And secondly, he didn't have the big places like all those Babas. He lived in the, when he started, he used to live in the graveyard,
The jungle.
see, and wherever he went, and whatever money he got, he gave it to those people to build that place up. He wanted to go into the 5 places. And the last place was the 5th one. See? And if you see, put the camera there. No, there. You will see that, no, yeah, oh, there. There, he put the yogurt there. He kept the yogurt
Yeah.
in the fridge for 2 weeks, and he had the key so that nobody opens the fridge.
Wow.
Yes. And when we went, he took the yogurt out, see, and it's 5 of us he gave it. Me, first he had it himself, then he gave it to Kusum, then he gave it to me, then there was another girl to him, and the 5th one was Balkishan. And then what he did, he put the yogurt back in there, locked it, and put the key in his pocket. None of them knew what he did after that. See? So, the man knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
And look, go on the top. He has never worn the black clothes. Nobody has seen him in the black clothes. The only thing, when he wanted to bless me, he wore that black and this.
Wow. Only time.
Yes. So now you see why, not only Golden Temple, when we went to Israel, see, I went to the, they will see it on the
Website.
website.
I think you should be.
We were the first one in the Jews, what is the Israel embassy.
Yeah.
That's right.
See? Why we went for the Palestinians? Because to have, and they said, Israel is holding on 100 million
Dollars.
yeah,
$100
dollars.
million, that's right.
And we want that, see if you can get us that. And we went in, and they wanted 2 things. And second thing, they wanted the wall to come off.
Yes. The separation.
Yes.
Yes.
And the man who took us in, he must have heard about us.
Yes.
See? And he said, it's nice, come down, we'll put it to the, and they agreed to release 100,000.
100 million.
Sorry, 100 million.
That's right.
See?
Yeah.
I think I will have another one, because I'm getting mixed with 1,000 and a million.
It's all, it's just numbers.
Because I've never seen a million, I've seen the thousands. Correct? And about the wall,
Yes.
what they said, we won't bring the wall down because of suicide bombers, which made sense. And they gave me the hat. Look at that hat. Look at that hat.
That one there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And when I was in Dubai, I was wearing that. They took me in, searched me because of my passport, Israel stamp,
Yeah.
and this they
You're
thought I was
wearing
a
that.
Jew. And my Babaji was laughing. Remember? And he was laughing. And on the last day when we were coming out, he said, "Where's your hat?" I said, "Go and get it here." And he asked, look, he said, "Take the camera out
Take a picture.
Take the picture. And
That was taken.
that's the picture. And the funny thing, when he died, I was wearing the same clothes. See, like I said, my guru was the most powerful man.
Yes.
Okay, now I'll leave it to you.
All right. Well, this is it, and now you know why Babaji is invited to Golden Temple, and the rest of us are going with him, and they agreed to allow Babaji to have company when he goes, and they'll take care of the accommodation and everything. And hopefully, we're going to have a great time, enjoy ourselves, and we surely be covering our trip there as much as we can on Facebook and WhatsApp, and keep you informed of what is going on and what we're going to get up to and what Babaji
And
does.
before you close, I want to say something else.
Okay,
Because
Babaji.
what we said yesterday, I've been getting a lot of calls. Oh, Babaji, if it was your wife was so nice, so pretty, why did you divorce her? Very good question. I asked the same question to my guru. See? And remember I told you, she went down, he wouldn't let her cross the river and all that. And I said, why? He says, if he would have asked, give my husband back, I had to give you back. But you have got a job to do. See? She was the best wife, honest, hardworking, sincere, and good mother. I miss her. Many times I've told her I will take you to heaven. See, she laughs. Because with my past, she doesn't believe what I do. She tells the children also.
Yes.
Well, see, so people shouldn't follow.
That's the answer to
Yes.
people's questions.
Yes. Because I did my karma like Valmik.
Yes.
He did his karma. And then he became Ram's
That's right.
children, and he wrote Ramayana before
That's right.
anybody else. Valmiki Ramayana.
That's right.
See? And that's what when my guru, I told him, my Babaji, I was this. He says, okay, have you murdered anybody? I said, no. Have you raped anybody? I said, no. Have you cheated anybody? I said, no. And good, you were there when he said that.
I was there, probably.
He says, but Valmiki did that, and then he wrote Ramayana and became the guru of Ram's children, Love and Kush. We never questioned him. Then on the second day, I asked him, I said, Babaji, I couldn't get that. He says, he did his karma, and you did your karma. He did that, and you are going to do that. And I was sitting one day thinking of what my life. One, my son is in Canada, the other son is in Amsterdam, the daughter in South Africa. And he said, what are you thinking? I said, about my children. He said, call me the names. He said, you are thinking about 3, you will see how many thousand children would you make happy.
By helping the people that you do.
Now that I will leave it to you to say how many did I make happy with the blessing of him and my parents.
I mean, in my short time here, I've seen so many people, first hand, so many people coming with lots of problems and having lots of requests, and all of them, without the exception, got the wish.
For the last 6 months, no possession cases.
That's right. Nothing.
See?
Yes. Not
No.
everybody who comes,
Yeah,
they get what
I
they
think
want.
we have done enough
Okay.
because it's a time for another drink.
Okay, we'll leave it. We'll
Yeah.
leave it at that, but
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
revisit this again.
Somebody asked me today, Babaji, you are drinking but you are a sadhu. I said, yes. I said, see, I have 2 options. Either I smoke sulfa or gaja, like all those gurus do, or I stick to this. Because I said, this is not whiskey.
Yes.
This is prasad. Like in church, they offer wine.
That's right.
See, I offer this. And with the miracle of this, people have already made the comments about that. Because once this finishes, we don't go and buy the, I think I said enough.
Right,
Let's
we'll leave it
have
at
another
that.
bit, yeah.
Okay, Babaji. Thank you very much, and thanks,
You're
Duke.
welcome.
And we'll get back to people again soon with more material. Thank you.
Under a full moon, a child was born in 1469. He would become the founder of the Sikh faith, the world's fifth largest religion. This 15th century teacher, poet, and revolutionary activist, whose universal message, justice and equality for all, women's empowerment, service to others, an honest living, and devotion to nature and the environment were well ahead of his time, and yet his story is virtually unknown to the Western world.
Guru Nanak was an explorer. He explored the external world as well as the internal world.
He's leaving footprints in distant places, and he's imprinting his message, his love, in the hearts and minds of people.
The central tenet of his philosophy, one universal creator God, truth and eternal is the name. God is one and is everywhere.
He would burst into hymns, into divine song, into sublime poetry.
It is a direct connection with the divine because music has that power. It's a hotline to God.
Every year, Sikh pilgrims travel to his birthplace, Nankana Sahib, Pakistan, and to the sacred Golden Temple in Amritsar, India, to celebrate him at the Sikhs' most revered and sacred festivals. Sikh men and women from all walks of life worldwide continue to embody Guru Nanak's spiritual legacy.
Mayor of Hoboken, the Honorable Ravi Bala.
The values of Sikhism that were grained in the teachings of Guru Nanak are also found in our founding documents as a country here in America.
That kind of revolutionary spirit, that kind of radical democracy goes back to the very founding of the tradition. And Guru Nanak was the founder.
Part of the core of the theology and the teaching of Sikh monotheism has to do with the powerful gift, if you will, compassion.
My patients, many a times when they talk to me, how I care for them, I said, I want for you what I would want from my own family member.
There's nothing like celebrating the 550th anniversary of Guru Nanak's birth.
The quintessence of Guru Nanak's vision, message, life, personality is the universality of us all.
The world needs to understand that he indeed is the Prince of Interfaith Understanding.
Guru Nanak, the founder of Sikhism, life and legacy.